Hi everybody, it's Honest John. In February of this year, Trayvon Martin, a black 17-year-old, went to the store to buy some Skittles. On his way back home, he walked past a member of the neighborhood watch, a guy by the name of George Zimmerman. Now, Trayvon Martin had not committed any crime. He was not armed. All he was doing was walking home. But George Zimmerman thought he was a threat, thought he was a suspicious character. I wonder if he would have thought that if the kid was white. So he started following him. And he called the police. And the police told him to stop following and to let them handle it. And they told him to stay in his car. And he disregarded those instructions, drove up to Trayvon Martin, confronted him, and started a fight. Witnesses told police that they heard Trayvon Martin calling for help. And incidentally, one of the police tried to convince the witness that it wasn't Trayvon Martin, it was George Zimmerman calling for help. Now this guy outweighed the kid by about 100 pounds. He had a gun. Trayvon Martin had a pack of Skittles. And George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin dead. And no charges have been filed against him. And some people say that he's covered by the state's Stand Your Ground law. Now that's bullshit. Trayvon Martin wasn't committing a crime. He was no threat to George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman outweighed him by 100 pounds and had a gun. He had nothing. George Zimmerman had been charged before with assaulting a policeman and resisting arrest by violence. And George Zimmerman had been complained about by the neighbors for being aggressive, and they had mentioned that he was particularly focused on young black guys. So the Stand Your Ground law does not cover George Zimmerman at all. There is no law that allows you to go up to unarmed strangers on the sidewalk who are doing nothing more than walking and shoot them dead. To excuse George Zimmerman on those grounds would be an extreme abuse of the law and a total miscarriage of justice. The police who were handling that case, the fact that they didn't arrest George Zimmerman shows extreme racial bias. And they are guilty of dereliction of duty and should be fired. The only criminal on the street that night was George Zimmerman. And he is a threat to the community and will remain a threat as long as he is allowed to remain free. Thanks for listening.